True, we can't be. We actually cannot be talking about map pool here. Yeah, that's right. Bring me back to Earth, because that's very true. We need to stay in reality. We actually can't talk about map pool at all. I take everything back.
But it really is both teams. Giantx
Okay, Giants on defense, Vitality on attack, and I think I can turn the sound up.
Yeah, it really wasn't a
Let me put it here, and if it needs to be
pick,
quieter or louder, let me know.
For Giantx, but they will have prepared for a little bit of a different composition. Safe.
That's a nice start on this one, Purple. Just didn't realize that someone crossed.
Down. The pistol isn't taking this towards the B site. Well, at least not for now. Vitality opening the door, giving away some.
The double blockers over towards A.
I like the Killjoy setup from Giants. They've got a lot of information. As you see Vitality push up towards
Go
A.
for the pivot over towards B. This is looking nice. Cloud has one Prowler. That's about it. Got an Omen flash from Redgar. Wait, what?
See you later, Hoodie. He's been
Oh
caught
my.
out, and they're slowly going to be picked apart.
They are wrecking everyone. Yeah, they just went for the double push here. And big fan of Vitality just holding this area. I feel like this area is just so important. And it must be a fun role because you're just baiting everyone. But it's so sick. It's so good for after plant A. It's so good for after plant B. Just always enabling some kind of crossfire for like here, or even like when they push down towards stairs on site. Like this is the spot.
Couldn't have been better. And an Andaluthia flawless to kick off round number 1.
Well,
in fact, not a lick of damage
yeah,
sustained.
not any
Either
damage.
Those ghosts all carried through in full HP as they did. A very clean, flawless round at that.
If you had to make a team in Pacific, who would you choose? It'd be a solid mix of Paper Rex, and then I would have to put Envy in there somehow.
That setup from GX, it will play a bigger role in some of the future rounds. For now, they've only got their pistols to play around. We should be seeing a clean second. I like the Vitality come in with 3 rifles.
Maybe Munch. I'm not sure, man. I'm not actually sure. Texture might have to be in there. It'd be hard to make a super team there. There's too many good players.
Yeah, I think as well.
The only person I'm 100% sure is I'd have Envy, man. I think he's.
That was the main sort of problem I had is we saw
undersold on him.
a lot to bring in Trex, but they also put. I think it was Safe no longer playing Controller and not playing Sentinel either. He's playing Viper, which I think on this map didn't make as much sense. I think Sender also switched over to play.
Yeah, let's quickly look at how we're handling this buy. We got 3 rifles and we got 2 pistols. One of my favorite ones. It's a little bit riskier than what like a RV would do, but it pays off a little bit more if you can keep 3 alive. Damn, this was nice though. Flash into absolute send. That's one of the pistols, that's fine. They're allowed 1 more death. Okay, that's all the deaths they're allowed.
How many more kills can GX rack up with Purpo down to 5 and Redgar miles away? Fight will be
How did Purpo get 2 here?
For Vitality, well, you probably want to see Safe retrieve that weapon pretty soon. 5 HP on Purpo. He can't swing out. He's trapped in a corner, and it has to
have to pre-fire Timmy.
Hello, Nilzenia. How we doing? Yeah, I wonder how much of their stuff they have.
Nade managed to make it out. Create a bit of space, but Redgar can't even destroy the turret.
Okay, and just quickly check that Safe gets the gun. Safe, get the gun. Safe. Holy. Did they get the gun? I think they did, right?
I think they were hoping that it would be for GX though, so probably not what they were looking for today, as that has gone in the other direction. And that's the thing.
Lag? No, bro, he's too busy high-fiving, man.
Unfortunately,
for an eco.
It was only the players that had pistols or the rifles were
Got the
retreating,
gun.
so it hasn't really done anything in the grand scale of things.
Yeah, there was some potential, as you can see, with one more kill going their way. It could have been beautiful. The smoke.
Yeah, got the gun, real good. Everyone relax. They got the high 5s in, morale's high. Guns are here.
Playing up on C, but the stuns come out, the nades go through, and Redgar able to find one, but he's stuck out in the open. Purpo here with
one more. Dude. Yeah, everyone did so much damage for him to just body shot them all.
A very clean response, at least it
Big chance to win this. 1v3 into a 1v2. And honestly, I think the C hold here could be a lot different if Runner gets that kill, and I think maybe you should say that he should have got that kill.
Walk in here for free.
Yeah, 1v2 clutch on this site especially gives me flashbacks to last year for Giantx. Safe as well as one of those players that you have to give the utmost respect. Timing here, not
imagine you look to the right here. Okay, I mean, in terms of the actual damage done, it's good. 3 people.
Let's be honest,
So 3 people can't buy if they lose the next round. I have no idea about the ults.
Some players had to die for him to get the space, right? These players are so focused on eliminating this man here, Redgar, and you can see he really wasn't in a pretty position, but it's the trades right after, one by one, swinging in.
Yeah, just 2 body shots in the last guy. It's nice and easy.
Not just that, he had a second player to bait as well further back.
Good news for Giants is they have an ult. Bad news is Kix has an ult. So massive round. Whoever gets this, in theory, it's worth 2.
Exactly what they do. They don't get those kills though, do they, Tom?
No, I do, because I'm the one baiting. Sorry, I didn't make that clear.
I see. You're following up on it. I see. I haven't seen that in our ranked games, Tom, but maybe it's a solo.
That's because you're on the other side of the map spamming an Odin into a wall.
That is true. That is actually accurate in this instance. But slander, nonetheless. GX, 5 rifles and a showstopper to play with. Vitality. But Kix. Well, let's he's
dude, that would have been massive. The ult.
1 HP.
He's just about breathing. That's all.
That would have been literally the whole round from a random spam.
On his side.
Kind of looking like some of the Fnatic game yesterday. They got a little bit unlucky with a couple of the fast picks being through smokes.
They have got that A site firmly under their control. A 4th player, maybe even rotating in that direction. It's because of the
and this is a heavy A stack. We have another molly in this one. Killjoy's over towards B, so they can still pivot, but with the Killjoy stepping towards A, looking like they're going to force into this keeps happening. Yeah, when that is the ult.
So they know that they could be shifting this towards the B side as we speak.
30 seconds left.
They're not worried. GX have a great retake, especially with a showstopper to play with. They're staying in position. That means Vitality are running right into a stacked up site. Hoodie, how is he getting away with so much? Jumping around the site, grabs 1 showstopper in.
They tried to bait it out.
To stay alive as that showstopper hasn't been
Big pivot over towards B. You got to keep an eye on the time. There's a massive duel in B, and then Safe wins it. If Safe lost this duel, it was a done round. 3 individual 1v1s, Vitality win them out. Yeah, shout out to Safe here. Won the most important duel over towards B. No one was close enough to get the spike. He missed that one. Did he spam because they were spamming the door, right? Who's D's as well? Thank you for the prime. Thank you. Appreciate the 10 months. They were breaking the door, right? And he did this. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like they did the.
And then he gets the 1 HP from the spam earlier.
From the side of GX, but other than that, it was
that was the one I'm talking about. That one there.
Every single one of them ended up being won by the side of Vitality. A 3-1 start.
Yeah, good start for the boys here. We've got 5 sheriffs, 4 armors, and we start looking at this money, and especially these guys would like to keep this one clean.
At least for Vitality, you expect.
Giant's still playing the double blockers over towards A at the moment. Every single time it's kind of pivoting into B.
Stronger weaponry, maybe a trade here. That's the idea, but Safe is not going to push too far.
C's almost off limits, off rip as well. That smoke up on the box against an eco.
Hello Ryan, thank you for the raid earlier.
Like that.
By the way, how was
with so many positions for them to hide in.
How were the Chinese games fully? I saw the results of both games.
Where the rotations have come through as well.
Shocked with the second, kind of expected the fast, I guess.
Hungry for a kill. Vitality will pick up the pace now with the door open and the utility on its way. They've cleared out tree. It's time to clear out the site.
Still,
this is where the real
3 people on site to fight.
Ooh, the paranoia through. They're slowed and actually taken down to start with. Play through from runner. Got a little bit of space to play with.
The neon going out door is pretty strong.
Nicely done to at least make this costly. But
he was so on top of it. It's kind of unlucky. Still a 2-on-2 right now.
2 versus 2 sneaky play out of Drex and he gets punished.
Drex had to win that. Goes down to Safe again to try and win this one out.
Safe finds himself in a 1v2, but this time it's a round that they should have won. And a round that he now needs to pull right back. The rifle in his hand.
Move.
Redgar 45 HP with a pistol. He's caught and Safe has an idea on the
damn, dude, that was a strong move. Loved it. Even gets the plant here as well. Lovely round. Responsible for the round before in terms of the most important duel on B and wins out the 1v2. That was sick. Big play. Yeah, because they're just scared that he's going through stairs because he's been silent for a while.
Value that, let's be honest, shouldn't really have been needed. It was a round with minimal investment and a lot of awkward fights, peculiar angles peaked and almost not ready for the angle that they're actually checking.
Papa had a chance.
It's not a bad round from GX, but When you got that man on your screen, sometimes the problems erase themselves.
8-1, and we go into the second big buy round for Giants, and we're starting to look over towards here and like, well, kind of an alt diff at the moment. Should be a 5-1.
With the early game and already much better.
These three can't buy next. Should be a 7-1.
They've already hit the 4 rounds.
6-1. Let's say 6-1.
This is a lot of defensive.
I'm getting too carried away.
In a lot of these early positions. I think the Vitality have realized it. They've been peeking out B. Save's managed to clear that on his own. They've also been trying the same thing outside C. That has now been forced back. So there's not a whole lot of information currently available for GX. And bear in mind the ults. That's the big thing. You've got a lockdown. You can clear an entire site in the last 30 seconds.
There's a smoke there.
You may not even need to. Redguard's just been spammed through smoke and
Spams
through
at the moment. Well, the big buy round that really matters for 2 rounds, they lose their smoker.
Looks rough.
Killjoy goes in over towards B. They're going to open door, create pressure, and do they just keep it simple? Probably with that.
The paranoia comes through. They know that player should be behind the box. The spam.
Yeah, I like the neon stuff at the moment. Neon stuff's great. It's a good plant in the corner, and we've got the MVP spot over towards here, so they can just lock down Hobbit. You can't retake this, I don't think. I feel like Vitality would have to mess up. Interesting they don't have this map control, though. That worries me a little bit.
Poison orb, stun.
Okay, door goes in, now they have to worry about it, because obviously the turret is blocking that other end. Roman Flash gets all 3, and they sent it. Yeah, they had the call to go in, and they ate the flash.
A couple of trades to make things a little bit more competitive.
Lovely, man. Vitality are playing this well. A little bit bad for Giants in terms of a lot of time. They're losing the first kill.
Well, it got a little bit close in the middle thanks to Hoodie, but other than that, it was relatively
That flash was perfect.
I'm still taken aback by the opening pick. The ballsy play to push up on C, take that mount control when round after round GX have been showing presence there. They've had 3 players. They've had Redguard put out the one-way smoke that a lot of teams will respect and pull back from or commit a ton to dealing
nice
with
replay.
So it wasn't even the prediction of where he'd play. It was just that little bit of an over peak. What a costly one it was.
Yeah, and the retake just a little bit scuffed. I think
it's his own smoke though, peaks before.
He'd already thrown the blast back and the paranoia was just so well timed, so it's a bit unlucky, but you can see that if you allow a team to get in with that much utility, like if you don't have to use your paranoia on a take, you've done well.
Oh yeah.
And they still had so much more to play with. Vitality are running away with this. Finances as well. In an
guaranteed 2-second flash view. What's the delay on it though? That's the thing. You get like a sound cue. I would be fine with it if it was like sound cue, 1 second, you're all flashed. But it would be very, very strong. But you gotta have some kind of a global flash that gets everyone as an ult. Gotta have like a little bit of a. There has to be some kind of section where it's like the team have a bit of a time to react to it. Otherwise, it's broken.
Giantx are trying to beat what you were already trying, which was a slow.
You might have to have like 2 seconds or something. Sound cue, 1 second, 2 second flash, but then I think I would still think that's probably a bit too strong. They actually squeeze out a buy on this one. I thought they were going to be going down to the eco. They managed to squeeze out a buy. All light armors, double guardian, and they decide to go aggro 4-person A, and they invest the wall. This is a lot committed. Yeah, and it looks like safe as maybe, given the info. And do they just end it?
Play for that control on GX, and now they leave just Redguard there to hold it. This is their adjustment after the pause to have the utility, not just on C, Tom, because you'll see this KJ util on C around here, but it's much,
he discovers all the util and he can go back and he's in a spot where he can pick it up.
Immediately popped.
Thunder needs to relax, at least do a double peek if you're going to do it. He's going wide on this.
I almost think that might have been a little bit too early. It's not really done too much in terms of delay and runner. He has no interest in delay. He's just looking to try and take fights, as they've already managed to get themselves into an afterplan.
Yeah, 2 fights going on at once.
A whole lot that can be used to try and get back in and runner. Well, overdrive not used in the way I expected, but that's not bad at all.
They are running all over them. They really are. That was nice though. Everything was pretty good. Can't really play the side with the fish and the smoke, and then yeah, they just went aggro. I feel like the neon ult is so strong with someone that's good with that.
And death is something not many of these Vitality players have a lot of experience with on this map so far.
That Omen flash is lovely.
The push up from runner. And then, well, yeah.
Feels a little bit like when you take B on split, right? And you're just waiting for your team to, waiting for them to retake, and you're holding your flash over towards B main. Similar kind of thing. Waiting for them to take this duel flash. They're committed.
It was panicking, and that's the thing. It's like it was used off the contact of.
The Neon? Yeah, teams are getting really good with Neon.
Destroy an ult that's probably not gonna reach
honestly,
you anyway.
I mean, you just hand steal all of that heretic stuff. They kind of got it down.
Really been fleshed out, and that's been the biggest weakness all
3-person hold for Giants. They must have forced up again.
It's the same again. Fast-paced take in, runner left.
They should not be winning this round right now in terms of vitality. Yeah, this should be a done one. Didn't scout too much, just decided to straight up see here. 3 people here, maybe expecting the eco, not entirely sure we get a Spectre. Still using the same wall, this is a DFM wall. DFM wall that you're meant to put up when they put up their wall, basically. Or what you do as well is you can do the opposite. You can put it up when they drop this wall and they can never duel and retake A control.
Change their direction, as we've seen from them before, but instead, now knowing there's no paranoia to play up against, they know
do a
that
crossfire here
that little bit weaker.
With Killjoy. Should still be around for Giants. Any ults that I'm worried about? Nah.
No need to peek just yet. And the ult, well, that's cleared out B. It's time to move, but now they're up close.
Wait, why did Redgar ult?
He's trying to get out, but he's wide open.
Why did Redgar ult and then it blocked the crossfire? They had no info on A?
Actually used that for space. Cloud's done well though. The Nightfall also left
Couldn't have been worse timing.
And deafened, so they're not going to know if some of the control has been taken already. Trex peeking out is problematic. The blast.
Oh, blastback actually hit and stopped their plant on this.
The snake bite. They've got to try and stick this one now, and they will be able to get it within the Viper's pit. Sets them up nicely, safe. Playing close around the angle with the shorty. There's a real opportunity to cause someone
good luck, safe, because... Alright, nicely done here. Holy hell, kind of came down to the hero plays really of Cloud.
But even still, it got dicey.
And this...
really good look
I get it though, the Omen ult couldn't have been any worse. I didn't actually see where on the map he went. I imagine it was somewhere over towards A. But at that point they then lost their crossfire.
That was the kill there, having isolated him, but here, this is where it all falls apart.
He went into B main.
One trying to retreat, one I guess just creating that bit of space to retreat as well, play around the smoke, maybe catch one on the way through, and both of them are punished instantly. From that point,
there seemed to be no way gotta back. Focus up. Because a loss bonus on this is not the one.
There is going to be
back to an eco.
Comfortable purchase in for Vitality, even for this round and the next. On the
3-person fight over towards. Okay, we go back to the original wall now.
Well, the Dizzy has already got so much.
Yeah, he had 2, so they might just run away with that.
Vitality will know that.
With that info, they might be tempted to create some pressure on B. We'll see.
They've got 4 players currently building up outside B. Opening of the door.
Yeah, and this makes a lot of sense. So numbers over towards C, just insta pop over towards B. Wait for the Omen smoke, and we got the MVP spot again. Let's see if Sender can get anything from here. Oh, he looks a little bit off in terms of. Yeah, looked a little bit unaware. Maybe he's looking the minimap, calling some stuff.
Sender's utility as well. Post plan can be so valuable. Showstopper fired. Nothing can be found, and somehow Hoodie.
4 HP with a showstopper though. It should be enough.
And kicks and made it look damn easy. Trex, you're in a lot of trouble in that corner.
This is such a util dump. Okay, nice from Giant.
Not even clearing it on the way through.
I mean, the fake TP was the reason for that. Now he's dead. Chronicle. Okay.
Yeah, and in that time, obviously, the other team had just defused.
Not as bad as the Chronicle one.
There wasn't really any opportunity for him to win the round. It was all about damage. But no, much better. Mostly from Hoodie. Just being able to take some of these fights towards the door. Very vigilant to make sure that they cleared out the player in the backlines as well of Sender. We know that he likes to
lovely from them. Money. Money is here.
So
could actually get a pretty decent half into this one. Killjoy ult, Viper ult, they got the ult difference as well. One away from Fish ult, so maybe they're going to be fighting heavy for some of these orbs.
Lockdown as well.
Yeah, fighting heavy over towards C, and does this guy at least try and spam the orb? Holy hell, that attack Odin did a lot more damage than I thought. Yeah, orb goes in, no spam on it, but they at least get the kill over towards door. Insta Viper ult, but they have Fish ult.
What we're talking about, that deeper utility from the Killjoy makes it so difficult to play
got no info over towards B, so
it's
oops.
Much like in the
a little bit harder for them to pivot. The problem is they're scared of like 3 angles.
Just a second longer. 5 versus 4. Vitality still with a thrash. They might even use it just to clear
Yeah,
the
you would
space.
imagine because they don't have this map
available,
control
you can see
that they
the
just
GX
fake the B with this,
somewhat
like
happy to
killing the
give up that B control.
turret, and then they just try go towards A.
Has been able to
Wait,
find Hoodie.
did Hoodie really?
It's taken out quite a few players. Fitino, though, is
Damn,
just
he's
hitting all
sitting
of
in
his
a
shots,
spot
but
where he could get
again,
spammed. The
this
attack
round has
Odin
come back
goes into a
contention.
2-on-2.
It was looking
Fitino
like
might be tempted to use his ult, or at
massive
least get out of
advantage.
there and retake with his team, right?
Side, and now Fitino has
God,
to
he's
do
really
it all.
committed.
Looking
The
for
beast, though.
that ace already, managing so close to
He had a
close
very
the
nice round. I
It's
still
gonna
would have
be
probably
left over
liked him to
Rengar.
go out and do this with his teammate,
One
but
versus one. IGL versus IGL. Sender seems locked in, but has missed the timing.
yeah, unlucky on this one.
comes around
Redgar,
just
fair
a
play,
second
man.
later.
3 in a row from
And while
this
it's
team.
another hero
Actually
that
fully back.
arises for the side of GX,
Actually making this a good
4
half.
kills in that round.
At 6-1, Tom, I was pretty worried about what we were going to see here today. I said to the boys before the game,
I feel like I would like Vitality to... Their B pivots have been working so well. I think I would like Safe to just control B main more. The pivot over towards B here could have been nice, but they still got it pretty close.
Slipping through the gap, he just takes his shot, and, well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And he hit that one. 6-4, 2-round gap between them. GX still have that lockdown to work around, but Vitality didn't use up the thrash. They didn't need it. Now they might.
Teams are really getting away with a lot of light armor buys in a lot of these games. Wonder if some of the EMEA teams can rely a little bit more on outlaw surprise buys.
Seemingly, after that smoke goes up, they're not willing to challenge it whatsoever. I'm not sure if this is just because they realize a lot of the time that B site has been open, may just opt to try and play post-plant, because there hasn't been a mass amount of defense of this position, but with no challenge towards C, GX are starting to realize, okay, now this is where we bolster our B site. 2 players ready and waiting for them here.
Well, Vitality have already shown what happens when they go for that play, right? When they're moving C, it's quick, it's aggressive, and there's a bombardment.
I like this from
actually, they were going C.
we kind of missed the extra step though. I was
was
about to compliment it. I liked it from Vitality in terms of the idea, and we're starting to see this more of like the BC default where you take B first, then C, and you pinch them if they're playing aggro. Because most teams, when they do this, they have someone watching where this arrow is. They kind of lack that.
Sure, finds one, but goes down to it. Lockdown, still in the back pocket for GX, but might not be needed in this round. Trying to isolate a duel. Runner does very well to find that, but again, the trade comes through. GX are in that 2-man squad.
Whoa, guy was stunned up. Give me that replay. That was an absolute shot. Yeah, they kind of missed this one. I feel like they missed a big pivotal part of the CB default and just had the luck outside A. And I get that they luck outside A because no one's been fighting over towards A much, so he wants to take space. But they got to have someone holding for this push from B main. That's like one of the biggest things when you watch other teams do that. Dude, let's check this shot.
But they then followed up on it.
Oh man, I was devastated, bro. I was excited for it.
And help out with Redgar, and that's exactly what they did. So
the NA replay.
Mid-rounding this time from GX. Still, it hasn't been a break in terms of the investment from Vitality. They have had to buy every single round. They're beginning to plant every single round, and they still have Thrash.
Hey, DFM smoke, DFM wall.
That lockdown and Nightfall still online, and
oh mate, he's hitting some shots.
Oh,
how the hell? He's just spamming down the line. Oh my goodness, the attack Odin is doing so much.
Oh, what a gorgeous round from this man. He only saw 1 player.
Yeah.
He killed 3 already, got a plant, and a Viper's Pit
and
online
it goes
in the
in.
back of it. This is a pretty damning end to the half. I'm not sure that Fitino has the
think about it.
Goal to win this
Show
one.
yourself.
Oh my goodness. Lockdown in play, he's waiting. Gonna pop his down to try to buy that little bit of extra space.
Not too bad.
Defending it should be easy as
Does it
well.
cover
He's
all
got
the
his
door?
position
Yeah,
to
it
play
does.
from.
Okay, honestly, I thought when you did this ult, it
What's the
didn't
decision on
cover
the other
any
side? They can play
like this
out of
edge
the
of
pit and
door.
quickly go back in. There's 1 snakebite still online for Sender. There's a nano swarm even in play, and the snakebite isn't used.
I
They
think
know
with
that
the
they
plant
need to
though,
run
you've
down
got to
the
accept
clock
this
more
one's
so
done.
than anything. This is an area that they're not looking to give him a single advantage. And sure, the thrash is going to be dodged, but now you're in a lot of trouble. Mosh pit through, wall bangs, and well, there wasn't
the best part of this though, but
a good attempt by Fitino, but in the end, Vitality will have the lead.
Still feel like Giantx getting the 5 here towards the mid. That was not bad.
All in all, a decent half. Like especially when you lose.
Brilliant
the pistol,
replay. Thank you for this.
I don't think that's bad at all.
Solid game.
With 5 rounds on the defensive side, especially when I said normally you're going to have more rounds heading onto that attack. I also feel like when you're running a composition that revolves around a Neon, a lot of the time you'll really expect those rounds to come in on the attack side. So I think they can be very happy with their resurgence. I do still think they're getting that pistol, getting
5 on
off the
defense?
mark,
Oh,
because
mate,
there's
they'll
still
take
been
that
some
all day
quiet
considering the
performances, and that's
start,
the thing.
yeah.
We've noticed this like once or twice now. The Cloud has been a bit more hit and miss. Now, I know obviously Redgar nearer the bottom of the board, no offense to him, but that's sort of a regular. Cloud being down there is more of a problem, because in their match, I think it was versus Fnatic, he seemed to play
Right,
very
straight
well,
back
even
in,
the loss.
and we go
But then the week
aggro
prior, he was
silently
missing
with
almost
4
altogether.
people.
Very aggressive.
Lombot's
They're
here.
gonna play this
I mean,
defense
it's an
almost
8-person
as
duel.
an attack, Mitch. They are pushing in towards the spawn.
It was a good display to start this off with Cloud ripping runner's head clean off, but it's going to slow
That was
down
a pistol,
now
by the way.
as
Vitality won
can see
first
the
pistol,
control and
so
back up.
1-1
This
would be
defensive
pretty
side
cool.
has its worries for me, Tom. I mentioned last time the Navi game. It
I
was
think Fnatic will
very
miss
dominant
playoffs.
scoreline, and that was Vitality starting on the defense. They won the pistol, the follow-up.
I think they'll just be fine,
one more
but
round,
yeah.
I don't know.
It
I
was
don't know
so
if it's
good.
like.
It was pretty rough to watch.
I don't know if it's
This, though,
old
already a
hope.
good look. I mean, Sander got more
I'm only
wallbang
saying they'll
kills,
just be
or
fine
the
because
same
I'm just
amount of
thinking of
wallbang
how
kills in the
good they
last round, because he
could
did kills in
be,
the
or
whole
they
last
can
series
be,
that
or
they played
have
on
been in the
Lotus.
past. If I literally go for like recency bias, I'm pretty sure I say they don't make it, but it should be okay.
So how valuable that pistol can be for this squad, but looks like
The
there's a good
lovely
lead
Omen
here on the
flash,
side
yeah,
of
this Omen's kind of
Giantx as to
wrecked.
what's going down, but 3 players that could still come ahead when it comes to the fights. The numbers might not be with them, but the flank of safe.
Oh, they're
looks
so
to
locked
put things
in.
back in a more winnable position. They're ready, both lined up and taking the fight one
Redgar,
at a time. They
though.
isolate these duels in 2v6s.
Yeah, nice shots from
Well handled
Redgar
by
here.
GX,
Big
and
pistol,
6
right?
rounds
1-1
now
in
their
terms of this.
reward.
God, that was a very, very peculiar round to watch. Like, obviously you've got safe flanking behind the turret, but the turret now
Can
only
Liquid
obviously
make
faces
playoffs?
towards
Yeah,
B,
so
you can't even place
Yampy
it
was
so
in
much
here
like you
earlier.
did
He said
before
that
would actually,
it
like,
helps if
help you
Giants
out
win
with those
this,
flanks.
and
But nobody's aware
but
of
they
it,
can
so
still
you
make it
could have got a
anyway
whole
if they
lot more. Again, he
2-0
probably
Gentlemates,
expected at that
and
point
I think
that
some
somebody
other
would
stuff
be
goes
looking in
right.
his direction when he's
So
running
it's still
around.
possible.
But that wasn't the case. And then also
Gonna-
it just like
gotta play
a
better
very
than they did
awkward
against
battle,
Heretics,
because the
though.
amount of utility that was used there
That's
by
for
GX
sure.
to sort of clear a lot of those close angles. Kind of expected it to
Oh,
be a
no.
little cleaner, but they'll take the pistol. It doesn't
The
matter.
eco stack
brawl
on
goes in their
C just
favor.
scares me so
It looks
much,
like we
man.
might get
It's
another one.
normally wins so often.
I don't
The
think it's a
flash,
fight anymore. There's a lot of players here hiding behind the mound.
Yeah,
and now
it's
they
one of the
emerge.
best eco
GX
strats.
realize the stack they're running into, but the mosh pit
Lovely
forces
molly.
Cloud into the open, tries to take down more with him, but only
We
good
get
for
this
the one
weird-
kill. That's the
we
advantage.
get this
Sitting with
weird
Vitality, the spike
time right now
down
where
in
we
the
got this
open.
double gun
Although
down.
it is retrievable
Let's
with
try that
their
again. We got
utility,
one gun
Vitality are
down,
getting ahead of
and
the
we got
problem.
a spike
They
down as
realize
well.
that
I love this
what
call
GX
to
gonna
insta
do,
go
they're gonna
stack
fight
A.
for mound. They're going to put their utility into it.
What
They're gonna try to
does
punish you.
Redgar call,
So
or does he
Vitality
let people that are alive
towards
call?
the other side of the map. Give up the control and allow GX to play mind games against themselves. They'll think C
It's
is where
such
the
a
stack
big
is.
gamble stack for
Start to
Vitality.
rotate, Tom. This
Gamble
has
stack for
worked out
Vitality. It looks like it's
perfectly.
gonna pay off.
Yeah, chances are as well you're not going to go B, because that's the close range angles. That's where the pistols, maybe a short.
Yeah, and it's smart because it's like they know
push
they
the
know
ball
there's gonna be
onto
no
any problem
guns here,
now.
right? If they've kind of
The
looked at
amount
how
of
they
time
like
that's
to
gone,
approach the second
Vitality
rounds,
decided
the
to
fact that they
second
buy
guess themselves. They
free
had it correct
rifles,
initially.
there's gonna be no
Now,
guns
gonna
to
be a
pick
much
up
more
here, so there's no point in
isolated
fighting
fight.
heavy early
He's
for
in the
this.
corner, peeks
It's a
out,
shame they
already
kind of
lost.
bailed.
And now Sender, well, the only thing he can hope for is that somebody tries to make way through the door. I'd say it'd be a little bit risky knowing what weaponry could be on the other side, and they have already taken the site behind him. It's gonna be a
He still did pretty good, man. 41.
Again, good adaptation. Nice shot from safe though.
Yeah, and still got the damage of the 41. We've got 10 seconds to plant this.
There's a real chance of them taking the
It's
round.
done.
Purpo,
It's
the
so done. He's
time
got a
may
stick.
now be gone. Surely one of them's going to sacrifice their life to make sure
Holy,
this
and
goes
just
over
juggle the guns
line.
across.
And Vitality are going to
There
win
we
it.
go. What a lovely
their
round.
eco.
And yeah, dude, I'm
What an
telling you,
amazing
chat, the
resurgence.
amount of
The
times that
initial fight
people
on
duel
mound was
on
gorgeous. The
eco
read to move to A,
mound,
but it looked like it
I
fell
swear,
apart.
it wins all
After
the
they
time.
make that call, that they second-guess themselves.
It's just
They
this
spread out
headshot
in
pause,
2-2
and then people just
control.
commit too
And
heavy.
it's still able to isolate these fights. They
Love
dropped
the call of the
spike
early
carrier
stack over
twice
towards
in
A
that
as well.
round in
Shout out to
very
them.
bad positions that, well, changed the flow entirely. And even Sender, this is a position he's played in quite a lot. And in fact, in my mind, when I think about the Viper up close with the shorty, he was the one that was doing it most prominently in the early iterations
Yeah,
of this
what a
map.
rounds.
And, you know,
Two of them
the
managed to...
reality is,
Okay, now we get some weird territory. Two of them managed to save guns, right? So their money's really good in terms of 1-2. And then the two people that saved in the round before now buy rifles. Kind of do some weird buy into this. We've got light armor sheriffs. They got all the util, but they don't have any extra guns apart from 3 sheriffs and 2 guns.
Still having rifles.
It's like a weird... But honestly, I mean, still not too bad. Obviously, if they get 2 on site, they can pick up the guns. Pretty strong.
On the other side. ult's not particularly.
Got to make sure that
close
the
either.
guns
There's
take
no
all of the
showstopper
jewels
or a
early.
Nightfall that could potentially pad the gaps.
That's why they're
almost just
hunting over
hoping
towards
that
B
someone
now
on the other side
with both.
makes a mistake, I guess somewhat similarly to them in the last round.
There's the utility destroyed on B. One player spotted already jumped.
Yeah, and they'll take that. And you see the alarm bot close, which normally means
completely isolated.
the turret's going to be over towards C in this spot.
It is as players now gravitate more and more towards this position, but the spike is on the move. Doesn't look like it's on the move.
Which prompts
to
them
be.
to
In
do
fact,
the
with C
smoke
presence,
that blocks
with
the
B
turret
presence, with
vision,
the door
so that they
swinging
could
open,
potentially be
they're
sneaking
letting
in,
Vitality
which
know
means
that
that Sender
C or B is
goes
their
to this
final
aggro
destination, but no.
angle.
They've
Still liking
shifted
this
it
from
yet
Giants.
again.
Time's very low,
rotates back
and
to the A side,
the fact that
Giantx.
Sender's just been dueling out
We'll
here and
get
getting all the
here a
info,
little
and they hear the
bit
steps,
late,
means the
though. It looks like
rotate
the
comes in.
rotations have already
We've got
fully come
15
through.
seconds, and the
They're
Omen flash is incredible.
Checks for two, and now they're boxed in. Kicks on another double.
No
leaves it
time
on
to
the
plan
cloud.
this, you would
And with 10
imagine.
seconds left, he
Yeah.
has no choice but to run straight
Shout
into
out to Sender for getting the
9 on
info over
board for
towards C here.
Vitality,
That
and a
was
gorgeous
the
round
one.
here. They never panic
There
on
was
that
no
defensive
pressure
side. They were ready
because
for
of the
whatever
smoke
came.
that they fought did
I
pressure.
think especially
and then
we've seen this from
Omen
Vitality
flash
in the
was
past
sick.
with their Omen. I think in most cases when it was safe in the past, playing quite aggressively, and then all it comes down to is Trex goes, okay, I've seen a Prowler, I'm going to TP back to site. They use the Viper screen for the rotation of kicks to be there as well, and then it's almost just like that one power.
Now they got an eco,
plus,
right?
Like the
Oh.
TP across, the player coming through. It was just a little bit
Eco,
disjointed
this
from
time we get the one
GX,
hero
and that
gun,
makes it
so they
very
went for a
easy
bit of a
Vitality
risk
on
to
the
try and win
defense.
this one,
now
and
we've
it
seen
did
that power
not
wave
pay off,
used
and
in a way
Vitality
that
now have a chance to get a lot of
completely
money.
disrupts the flow of a
And the
retake.
round before, honestly, they got a good amount of money too.
Value absolutely massive. Nano Swarm in. That means Sender can try
Ooh,
to
that's a
isolate
gun down
those,
that
but
they can
they've got
get.
two players that can bypass it, and Redguard luckily is able to
Damn.
connect that kill. Paranoia again.
I love this from
Absolutely
Vitality
perfect.
though.
But the players aren't deterred.
Oh,
Instead,
chat, this was sick.
fighting
This
alongside the
util
smokes,
dump,
and you can go wherever you want.
util
That
dump in the
spike
choke
that
point,
was
and then
pushing
just flood
through.
the site
That kill
with
was
vision
so
block as
essential
well.
for Redguard
This
to
was
find,
sick.
or for him to just walk
Just
through and
knew,
find
knew
free space,
that they
but
were just
now-
isolated and the others couldn't get through. That was
now the
really
round is
cool.
winnable again.
It's a lovely
Okay,
shot,
never
but
mind.
Wow.
it's been a nice round so far.
It's still going to be incredibly difficult. All right, getting shots like that, never mind. Patino's
Right,
just
bro.
pulled that one right out of his rear. I don't know how he's managed to win that fight. And now Jax is somehow in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Cloud can just walk in, take the spike, and just go back to C. They've cleared that out a while ago. There's not really any need for them to go anywhere else. You can see Fatino just watching, waiting. Instead, though, they're going to start stepping towards the B side. They're going into the one place that is actually dangerous right
And
now.
pivot back.
They could even still go back if they wanted to. But
He hit some absolute shots. He really did. And they got some upgrades. All 3 guns, obviously a
Well,
Guardian
that's a guy that
into
just
a
understands how that
rifle.
round needs to breathe. His teammates are coming out spawn. He's got 5 HP. He's swinging it.
Red guard
making
there?
sure that they've
It
got that
wasn't
little
too
bit of
bad.
cover,
It was
can
more
at
just the
least
fact
find
that
the trade.
like
I love the
he's
idea
meant
from
to double
Sender
entry with
playing
his
ahead of that
team, right?
util.
It's just the fact
My
that his
goodness,
team. It's
this
just the fact that
round fell
Vitality
apart
util
here.
dumped this area, so they
This
couldn't
moment,
follow it up.
2 players
And this, man,
pushing
that second
Fatino.
shot is
I do feel
lovely.
like
5
Redguard
HP on
tried his
this.
very best to lose that round.
I don't know. Yeah, spike pathing could have been.
He was like really trying. He was like, guys, I'm gonna run in and give them the spike.
Nah,
If
it
you
wasn't. It
win
wasn't
this,
too
I'll
bad.
give
It
you a
wasn't too
round
bad.
of applause.
You gotta
Obviously,
give
the
Vitality
idea,
the
right? Like, you
props
start
there.
out,
The
you're on
util
your way
dumped
towards
so
this
heavy.
site,
No
2
one
players
else can
burst
run in
through,
there.
Nano goes up. There's now 2 or 3 players on the other team
Yeah,
trying to fight
yeah.
you. You think maybe there's a gap for me to walk to see. At least, worst case, 1v1. Loses the 1v1. Round seems done.
They're gonna
but
go through this.
Hero
thing.
coming
Oh,
from
okay.
Fatino.
That is,
So
dude.
risky.
That on your big
It
buy
actually-
rounds,
well,
you
if it played perfectly
dry
into the hands,
walk
the
through
flash
your
was a little bit
own wall.
late.
Dude, at least
And
drop
it meant
the
that they
wall.
didn't have the information, just looking for a little bit of a
Why'd you
surprise
ever
factor
benefit
and
from
wrong.
walking through your
GX are
own
gonna
wall
take that
here?
all
Just
on.
drop
Now
it.
It's dominoes. Save's gonna try and swing back in, hoping to find them something in the round. But
What
you
the
can see
hell
the
is
GX
that
are
on your big buy
stabilized.
rounds? That is a that's an absolute
for
fumble,
sure.
dude.
And
What
look where the spike
what
is,
am I
Tom.
watching?
This time they've got it.
Why would you ever
That's
call
definitely
that?
going to shoot the win rate way up. Although it hasn't affected it too badly when they don't. 2 players behind that box.
What is
Sitting
this?
and waiting. Someone on Vitality had to go out to try to find
Give
the
me a
information.
timeout after
And now it's
this.
happened again. Save still sees 2 players there, not able to punish.
Respectfully, ooh, yeah, that
Now
was
all that remains. Kicks his miles
That
away.
was
Safe on
something.
his own, and he manages to.
Not bad.
It's not the easiest of situations for Kicks to recover.
That
It's
makes me
more
so angry
manageable
at his
than
team,
it was a
surely.
second ago. But the word save might start to float around.
Yeah, their finances are not in the best spot, but clearly feeling he can get something done here. Not the case. Hoodie is going to
I tell you what, at least Safe did some damage. That's the only positive from that. At least he did a bit of damage. What is this? Guys, that is...
But it definitely felt like any sort of flash or utility or anything that was meant to be thrown through was just a bit
there is literally no benefits from not dropping your wall there and pushing through this. There has to be a timeout. That is disgusting, bro. Yeah, okay.
It's easy as
Thank
it can
God.
be. A straight-up fight for this squad with results that go as expected. 8 rounds for Giantx on the back of those punishes. Ults starting to come online, and a pause called by Vitality because, well, again, they were leading 6-1.
Why does it feel like Valorant gameplay has regressed this year? There's a lot of bad mistakes, and it's more just down to, in my opinion, the fact that the Sky got nerfed and people aren't, like, they aren't comfortable yet with a lot of the stuff that's going on.
Both halves. They won the pistol in the first half, and they won
That's
the
what
second
I'm at
round
least
in the
trying
second
to
half.
put it
So
down to.
You've got as clear a sort of opening as you can get. If anything, better than you'd normally have it. They won it with an eco, so that sent their economy through the roof.
Was it
Also,
really that
like,
bad?
in
Sometimes
comparison
these
to
surprise
the
swings
last time they
work.
played,
Yeah, but
completely
it's like
different comp.
the surprise
Like, where they are running
swing
something
would have
so
just
different
been
to try and
dropping the wall and
almost
taking the
disrupt what's
jaws.
on the other side.
But
And
when
at the
you
moment,
drop
I feel like a
this,
lot of the
when you're
rounds
going
they
through here, you then have to
lost
check
have actually been
claws.
them kind of
Like think
overplaying
pre-aim
things a
wise.
little bit.
If
Like,
you
they
drop
maybe
the
trying to
wall, it's this
reclaim
cone,
space, like in the
right?
round when the
This
spike
cone
was
where you have
dropped,
to
like,
aim
they wanna
kind
try
of
and
further
push
back, so you can.
aggressively and
It's
take
not as
control.
far. When you're going through a
It didn't
wall, you
work
have
for
to
them.
check
The
angles
last
close
round was
and
trying
then
to push through
pivot
a Viper's
to
train.
all of these.
I almost feel
Right?
like
You're
if
giving yourself
Vitality
extra
just
angles,
calm it
and
a
then you're
little bit,
walking through.
like,
It's
they'll
also
end
like
up
they
winning the
see
match.
you fast. It just in
See
no.
that? Yeah, maybe getting a little ahead of themselves with
I'm
the
down for a
aggression, but it's
surprise
gonna-
play, but you
Ooh,
drop
I
the
thought it
wall.
was
It
gonna
doesn't.
happen again here.
There's no advantage for having the wall
In
up there.
3 players, I
In
saw
this
Neon.
round.
That's where I expect aggression to come
Yeah,
through, but
Stingers, Sheriffs.
they play back.
Yeah,
play
and they got to
safe,
take the
play
hit for this
slow.
one. You gotta
The rotation's even coming through from runner towards
take the
B
hit.
side.
Coach just has to be like, well,
GX
ignore
in
it
its deathfall
and
time.
don't do
This
it
is a
again,
round
and
where
then
you
just
have
try
to
and
allow yourself to get isolated. That's
try and
how these
recover.
rounds have been lost in the past.
For me, especially after taking some early tags, this is a round where
They
you
did
should
some
knife.
decent damage here, though.
Just make sure it's a conversion. They already had problems.
Yeah, and keep an eye on
before
Safe.
these sort
He
of
has
rounds.
pushed
Definitely
all the way
watching for
up, and that is
Safe.
an absolute shot. If he can just run away, and
This
the pressure
guy
is here,
has
right?
some
They
of
have
the
to
crispiest
re-clear
aim
this. They have to
in all of
re-clear
the
this.
NBA.
Yeah, this is good, and he
I
can
definitely
he can
wanna see them
literally
use their
heavy
knife
lean
on
over
that. Just
towards
make
B.
sure this round goes
And
in
he's
your
going
favor.
to,
I
as
don't
long
care
as
if
his
you have to
alarm
use it
bot
or not.
stays alive. You would imagine that they would have to.
This is the kind of round that
This is kind of nice from Redgar. There's just question marks, but I think they're too far away from it to even check.
Got to be ringing. Somewhere that has been played time and time again. Center already down.
Kicks can win the round.
Up close. Stinger in hand. He's dodged. The eyes of Redgar. The door allowed him a position to play from, and the spike is down on the A side. I feel like this is the story of GX's life. They have to push back into these players to claim the spike. Purpo's already on 22 HP. Might as well just let loose that nade pretty soon, because he won't be around for all too much longer.
I think you just
The door
save
opened again
and
as they
just hope
retreat.
that they don't
Will
get
it
your
be a
guns.
full retreat? They'll be sending it all the way back towards their spawn with 12 seconds. They're still pushing forward, Tom. Looks like Hoodie wants to fight. Looks like he wants the spike, if anything. It's crazy levels of aggression coming through. And in the end, yeah, the result is as expected.
One's
They don't
going for it and
value the
one's
weapons
not.
that much because they've got credits in their back pocket. Maybe the idea here being to punish as much as you could so Vitality don't get those free rifles to carry
You
through.
see the rumors
They'll only
about
bring
Fury
2
contacting
in, but nonetheless,
and Carter and
10 to 8
Zand?
is
That doesn't
secure.
surprise me. Something big needs to happen with
I
that
think
team.
GX, they're
Doesn't look
running a
great at the
challenge
moment.
of winning a round
You can
versus
just focus on split too.
Just, like, again,
see what happens.
I don't know how this has gone as badly as it did. I guess they sent the Nightfall in and just sort of tunnel visioned in onto the player that it connected onto, because that's what it seemed like, or because the kill came in.
Okay, with that,
over in
Vitality's
three,
money
but
is
they
now
just
good,
forgot
so
about
the
players
timeout
above.
could have gone much
definitely
better
seems
than
really
this.
scuffed for
Really,
GX in
after
these
that.
sort of rounds, and
Fast
Vitality
A,
looking
and we're just
after
doing a
this
bit of
stage.
damage at the beginning.
They've got their
Damn, we
economy
throw
back on
our
track
Dizzy in. Dude, your Giants right now, this is, you take this
Losing
win.
that second round could be
Just hold the
damning.
Dizzy.
After finding the pistol, but they've done a fantastic job here. Okay, the turret
Oh my god, the
saved
turret
day.
legit saved him.
Patino will eventually fall. He's at least slowed down that aggression on mid. It will spur the rest of the team forward, though, having lost all the control behind them. They instead need to take some of their own. The plant down for the lane wait. Nobody that can deny it.
And they got Fischl to retake this. Fischl into stun.
Available, and there it is.
Oh, smokes though. And this looks like it covers the spike. It's close.
Oh, caught.
And
That
the
gives
Viper ult.
advantage. Thrash is actually going to catch one. I think Cloud thought it went
Oh,
past him.
Hoodie
Instead,
wanted
just
to try
take it
protect
over.
his teammate a
That
little bit, so he
retake
went
was over
forward.
in a flash.
And some of these rounds from
GX,
Giants are painful as
again,
well.
they'll still have
The last 3
finances,
rounds
but
haven't been
that was a
great.
really nice retake.
It was
I
nice
even
from
think
Vitality,
that-
this
I don't know
one
if we
for
can
sure,
watch
though.
that back. Kicks might have baited out Cloud, because I think he went past it with the thrash, and then almost and then turned it back at the last second to catch him.
Yeah, I tell you what, I do like the reaction from Vitality though. The reaction made a lot of sense. And teams, like, let me just explain why teams do this a lot as well and why it just makes sense. We're gonna get a timeout or not? Oh, okay, so if you all look at the minimap, right, so say that you lose all of this space, right? This space becomes a question mark. A lot of the time, we'll look at the minimap and we know they're gonna pivot into B if there's someone here, right? If there's someone over towards B, you know they're gonna pivot B. So the reaction to double push B when one person is over here is great. You either get the info that no one's here, and you break the turret and you create pressure behind, or you find that someone's there and you kill them and then they can no longer pivot over towards B. And most teams, if time's low, they just ranked into A. So it's kind of just denying and getting early info. So you're out of control in terms of this map control here, but once you push over towards here, as long as you get a good trade, you're pretty much in control. You know they're going to force over towards A. If they don't force within like 30 seconds, then maybe you have to start going around the map. So it was a very nice reaction from Vitality.
Not allowing that early space to be held by Vitality, and in fact they've got both sides of the map sort of locked down at the moment. That's the one issue for Vitality, is they don't have that space, but as said, I do feel like a lot of these passive holds from them can work out.
Yeah, so they lose A. What are they doing this time? Push over towards C to get info. They cleared out this question mark on C. Rotate goes in. They're doing so good right now, but we can see this over towards Giantx here. This means that they can pivot over towards B. And this guy gets checked. Bit of team damage with the ult, but it should be fine. Stuns go in. It delays them a little bit. Dude, we kind of got 3 people on site. Shout out to Redgar. He's just TP'd out into the open here to get the trade. 2-on-2. Coutinho has ult. He's just gonna run at him, right? Oh!
And a clean shot from Kicks guarantees it.
What an absolute round, bro. Fair play.
Vitality now have 4 chances to close.
Gotta shout out Vitality again. They're so proactive, right? We lose A main again. They insta take the peek over towards C. They see nothing. They clear the question mark. Rotate goes in. 3 people B because they've cleared all of this C.
As well as somewhat of a counter to GX. It was one where
PaperX Tryhard, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Welcome into the Slug Club. YouTube membership. Thank you for that, mate. The YouTube members are growing. I think we're on 6 now. You're 1 of 6. Thank you so much, Tryhard.
Staying alive in that round, integral in the end.
Next map, Breeze.
Runner with that operator is going to be stuck through, and unfortunately,
okay, 4 chances to end this.
Out in the last rounds, or last couple at least, for GX. So this just has to be a round off the rifles. And let's be honest, thus far that hasn't really been the case.
No, it hasn't. Vitality have been coming leagues ahead.
Rotate. It's a fast rotate here. Omen's here as well to fight. All up to Redgar.
Manages to drop one, but they know Redgar's up top. The punish is not there. Great response from the IGL of GX. And now the site control is theirs. The plant is in, and the advantages are clearly in the attacker's favor for Vitality.
I think the best team in EMEA is right now. I have no idea. I actually have no idea.
Go for it.
Looking like it could be Foot, but I think it is Foot. I think Foot are chilling, doing some weird comps. But do you know what gave me confidence that it is Foot? Is the fact that oh, let's wait. Okay, do you know what gave me confidence that it's Foot? Is the fact that they said that they're like chilling a little bit and they're saving some of their other comps. And if that's true, that's pretty cool. And then I don't have to worry about their comps like long term. That gives me hope. Heretics, maybe Heretics look pretty good with BBL looking impressive. Still hard to call, man. It's really hard to call. We've got to put BBL in like the 6 as well now of potential teams that could be up there. How much do I rate Kayak? He'll be in Tier 1 next year.
Which they still won.
He'll get picked up next year. No doubt. Or they make it.
That's the problem. I feel like there's been so many rounds where GX have
Lazy Menace with the Prime. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm still high up on Navi. Yeah, I still think Navi are good. Not overly worried by how they played.
So, I don't know. I feel like I want to see something a little bit cleaner if I can truly believe GX are going to be able to turn this.
Well, that's it, yeah. 3 in a row isn't the biggest
Boy,
of tasks,
that's
but it's looked a
massive.
little shaky, and Vitality
Okay,
always
lovely
have those
TP
big
out of there.
pop-off
That should have been a
rounds.
kill if it
Tracks
was
the
any other
saves.
agent.
Barely any shields left
Team's
on it.
really going in
Please
for the
take it.
DFM
Bit
wall.
of a dive. This is nasty. Sender.
Yeah,
I think they used it wrong though. I'm not entirely sure.
I'd be singing his praises.
That's
if he
great
made it
from
work.
Hoodie though.
That
Because yeah,
was
DFM
far
used this
from easy.
wall.
If he managed to
Again,
win
there's two
that,
different variations, right? You either pop the wall when they pop their wall, but DFM use it where, like, when this wall goes up, they wait, and then when it goes down, they wall, and then they can just spam. In theory, they can never take the jewel over towards rubble. You're forcing them to take use util or jewel this square.
Yeah,
Shot.
3v5,
3v5, by the way.
Only
We've
one of
got to
them
pay
says
attention.
Tom.
3v5. We've got an Omen Flash, right?
Anyone's
Omen Flash to
really
get in the site. This is still doable.
I have been bribed
It's nice.
with honey.
That's also true. Made some good dishes with that. Sriracha honey chicken. Shout out Vitality. Stock in the pantry.
Oh.
Nice spam by Giantx, but well, that shot hasn't quite connected.
Yeah, if
Not
that
a
shot hit, it
massive
might be a
issue,
different
but
round
player
here.
numbers certainly are. We find Trax all alone. It's time to get out of here. No shrouded step to cover his cross, but the smoke will do just that, and he is
Yeah,
out.
because
So
that
weapons
shot
street,
hits, then they
the power way
Omen
to
Flash,
cover his
then they
retreat.
flood
I'll
site.
still swing in time. But he's tucked away.
Maybe could have
No
used that
immediate
Omen
direction,
Flash
so the
though.
rifle will be carried through to
Like
the next,
anyway
but
to try and get in
that is
when
1 out of 3 for GX.
is it
2
runner?
more
Once runner
pushes to
committed.
an overtime.
Yeah. And
Okay, the
did seem
4 is
again like
down
there were
in
just
half
moments
the
for
2. Do we
Vitality
see
where
another timeout?
maybe
Pretty
there
sure
was
they
an
have one if they
opportunity
want
or
it.
two, hoping to try and find something back, but again, it's just some risky plays. And that's the thing, I can understand why they're going for them, because they've been quite hit and miss. We've seen once or twice where that safe was pushed all the way around behind them, they managed to win
Dude,
a
you
round.
gotta give,
The
you
next
gotta
time
give
they
Hoodie
try and
props
make their way
there.
up towards A, and they get caught. And I do think GX,
Just
at least
straight
with
up
the majority,
double kill?
they've used their utility well to try and clear these
Ooh.
positions, and if they haven't, they've hard
Wait,
checked
if they
them.
actually get this,
A little bit of a gamble.
gonna have
taken,
around 3k on these
and
players.
it's failed miserably. Now
Why
the
is not really
weaponry
gonna be
still has
great?
its issues, but a Viper's Pit for Sender and
The Giants really just call a
Spectre's
straight up
absolutely
C
fine.
hit.
Well, that pit's already gonna be
Yeah, they
activated
do.
on
Omen
B, but
ult
looks
can
like
stick
they'll
to
be
the back
quickly
of sight,
changing
just
directions on the side of
oh,
Vitality.
cancelled it.
As soon as the pit goes up, it goes right back down. C site's under threat. A lot of presence. A bombardment of utility paranoia committed.
God, they
packs
use
in.
so
They
much
know
on this.
that this is the
Viper
site they're
ult
taking
goes
it
down,
to.
there's at least a
Not
win.
much they can
4
do with
people here, but
positions
no
they're in
Omen
often.
Flash. Like the
If you
main
have the
thing they want
killjoy
to
on C,
flood.
the Viper's gonna
Can't
be
really
close by
flood. They might be
slow
able to
down that
spam.
push. This time with the pit, it wasn't the case. But Zender has snuck himself into
They have
a
no idea
little
someone's
bit
in
of
this
an
corner.
awkward position that they're not quite ready for. But he gets swung. Runner with the quick double keeps it very
Lot of
competitive.
trades, 2 on
CT
2.
is very low. He could still manage to pull off something with Trax sneaking around the side, but they're looking for him. GX want to isolate a duel. They're playing it together, and Hoodie has been
56
so
HP.
sublime when he needs to be, pulling them out of so many tough positions. Runner, there's not a lot he can do. No stuns left even. Has to rely on his
I
aim for
like
this one,
that
and
from
Hoodie
Giants.
is
Just
quick
played it
on the
calm as
trigger
well.
yet
I mean, the
again.
call was pretty bold, but it worked very well.
12
Don't know if they had a read
One
into
more
how they like
for
to play with the
GX to make
Viper
that
ult or
comeback
something,
happen.
but
yeah, and I do feel like a lot of their sort of more direct plays, like where they're grouped up as a team.
yeah, the
and
money's pretty
working
low,
out.
by the way.
I
We've got
do
3
think
people
Sender's
that
a
are
little
around
bit unlucky.
3,000.
Like, if he doesn't
Maybe
have
like
Spectre
Guardian,
there,
Bulldog.
I think he guaranteed gets 2. Like, it's just not the gun you really want when there's a couple of players running past you. The setup not necessarily bad, but unfortunately the execution of it wasn't great. And now you look at the weaponry that's on the other side. Guardians,
Yeah,
Bulldog,
double
definitely
Guardian
not the prettiest.
Bulldog.
They've still got the ult, but a few others can be built.
Missing,
like, look at the other
missing
side.
double
2
molly from safe, or they
ults,
down?
so
No,
one
one
away.
molly.
Cloud and Hoodie.
Trap play over towards C. And a
Question
Prowler
mark
went
with
in.
this
It didn't
team.
lock onto
I felt like
anything.
they've had opportunities throughout the
So this
season.
question mark is kind of here, but it's going to get cleared real fast once they turn the corner.
I mean, the
Yeah.
liquid game,
And then
right?
with that, do they
This
leave
was a
the
game that felt like it
Omen
could be
and
theirs,
over
even the match
rotate?
they
This is
won.
nice at the moment from Vitality.
It ended up being way
Got fish ult
closer
for
than
retake
expected.
as well.
Failing to close it out at the last second.
Okay, so Vitality, early create question mark over towards C, go back towards A.
They can match
They
pound
create
for
question
pound,
mark
but it
over
ain't
towards
over
A.
yet.
This
One
question mark
more
on C
run.
got
Bring us
wrecked,
to an overtime.
and
As you
they
said,
go
those two
back to
ultimates.
C. But do they use the
Hoodie
other
gets his
Prowler
Viper's
here,
pit
or do
online.
they
This
save it?
round changes completely. It all hinges on Trex and these opening fights. He won't find the
Now they
first
might
in
just
that
send
jump.
it.
I found myself
Because
dunking
one
for
person
it.
at that early
He's
angle
just
probably
about made
means
it,
that
and
there's
the
no one
paranoia
here.
to delay that little bit further. It's perfect. It's caught almost all of the players, but he's out in the open. Tom, this is not a good position. Not with the Guardian. Not when they all come running through.
Can Runner get... Dude, Runner should just be out of here. They got
That's
official.
also Hoodie to get the kill, by the way. So that's already going to be the ult aligned. Thrash sent through on the other side.
2.
I think that's caught multiple people, but I don't think it matters. A nightfall for Cloud. They got the
Keep
two
an eye
kills
on
they needed to
Safe.
find ultimates online.
Oh my god. Safe can
Safe
actually for
is
sure
running
win
it
this.
down.
20 seconds to
An
plant.
opportunity to do damage. He spotted out Hoodie.
Oh, he shot
was
so
hoping
early.
to try and catch him. Hits the headshot. And Sender's found another. That's actually going to be Hoodie down. Back into a
Oh my god.
3v3. The spam so
close.
close to closing out a couple of others. Instead, though, the spike has been planted. Kicks. Tries to take a little bit of extra control, but the utility is gone, and so is their personnel. It's left onto Sender. He's had amazing rounds. There's some low players, but he has to hit the shot. He doesn't even know Fatidio's there. The shoe this time.
4
Giantx
chances.
is on the other foot as they'll turn it around and go to OT.
Yeah, gotta be a little bit nervous after that. Gonna feel like you should have had
The
this.
Spanish squad. Long have they waited for a win. This could be it, Tom. All the way
Why have you
up
said
to an
that?
overtime. GX have done a great job. I've never cursed anything in my
Little
life.
bro,
I don't know
yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
talking about.
If GX win their first game the day that you're wearing full gold while the Golden Hornets are playing,
That could be rough. That could be rough.
for you, I don't think there'll be any teams
To be honest, Tom,
left.
I see a lot of potential sponsorships in the future. I think I'm going to get a lot of jerseys.
Reverse sponsorship.
It's like Vitality will be sending me a
Zero
Giantx
chances?
jersey.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be, it's
at
gonna
that
be
0.
fantastic. We'll be stocked up for months. Moving into this
Okay,
overtime, we
both
get another
the
look at
coaches get a
GX's
new
defense.
timeout,
And this
decide
one's
not to
actually very
use it.
different.
Sender
You're gonna
falls
have
back
the
on his
killjoy
attack
utility
Odin that's
on
been
the
owning it.
C-side,
We go for the
but you still
DFM
have the
defense
Vitality.
wall again,
It
which
looks
I
like they're
think
gambling on
using
this
a little
being
bit
the
wrong,
preference
but
of
I at
Vitality.
least like it
And
as well
there
to
are
take
definitely
early A
rounds
control. It's
that
kind of
they'd like
nice.
to blitz it towards C later on. But for now,
Does mean
that
that B's a
attack
lot
side isn't
weaker
moving anywhere. They're
when-
playing
once
in
you
the
use this
default,
wall,
trying
though.
to take some space on B, probably destroy that alarm bot. They don't know it's there, but
I'm out of here.
they know something is. But the rubble control.
Yeah, they
for
realize
GX
that they
is
go
fantastic.
close.
It's a full retake setup. But yeah, holding this aggressive.
And how much util do we use?
spot.
We've got the double setup. Purple has no nade or
Make it a
alarm.
little bit more
Of
difficult, especially they know that they're like
Hold up.
to be
They're-
low,
now they're using
so
this
if
wall right,
control isn't
I think.
garnered, could be
Wall goes up
problematic.
now?
The problem is the space.
Wall
though.
goes up
Cody's
now?
done well. Still holds on to one, but
Wall-
it'll eventually go
wall
down.
doesn't go up.
Purple has to make the decision of whether or not this is worth fighting. He's not going to make it through the door though. Runner was too quick. Again,
nicely done from
looks like a
Vitality.
small
I would
mistake
love
that
to
could
have
be
seen that wall up.
problematic. There's also
Would have
a lure
separated the
making
one
its way
person
towards the
sending
B
it so
side,
that he
but
can
if
just
the
take a
timing is
1v1
right,
duel.
the save, no! Cloud actually checks on him. That's the kill that evens things up, and well, the rest of the team are now hightailing it in towards that A
But
side.
they can take so
But
much
this
space.
retake now is even.
Oh, and not enjoying this plant from little bro.
Prioritizing his ult, but that's hardly a surprise. Instead, he's taking the space with his speed, moving up towards heaven, waiting for this blitz to come through. And this is a nasty little setup, one that I'm not sure how
That's
you
a
even
strong
approach
setup.
dealing with that from GX.
Big jewel at
predicting a
door.
Firing squad up top. In fact, they might just have to wait. Runner, his fourth
Absolute
kill. Blink and you miss it.
rounds, mate.
Patino and Redguard
In
down, leaves
overtime,
Cloud
that's
alone,
impact, and we
Runner
get
on
a
the
set
verge of an
crossfire,
ace.
and you can't
That
win
firing
this,
squad is set
even
up
though
in
he is a
heaven yet
beast.
again. And as Cloud swings into it, well, he doesn't even get a chance. Trex would have been the third man in that fight, but he wanted to fight all
Oh, bro, they
for
messed up
himself.
over towards A.
13
What's the point in
rounds
using the
for
wall
Vitality.
if
And
you're not
another
doing the
map
primary
point.
thing it's made for?
That's the thing. Runner's been decent so far, but this round was completely different. Firstly, being able to...
Because if this
isolate
wall
Hoodie
goes
off
up
the
here,
utility,
he
catching
feels
Purple as he
confident to
tries
go
to
towards the
retreat.
right, so that he
And
can
then
actually
just
go
the
out
last
in the
couple of
open,
kills here
and then
was
his
so
other
clean.
mate can just focus on the guy that's going
Turning
to
the
swing
round on
him.
his head, giving
I tell you what, the
Vitality
util
that
done from
advantage.
Vitality was nice
And
though.
after a streak of
Yeah, that
rounds
could have
to
been
fight
way
things
better
back,
for
it's
Giants.
once again into this
Okay,
attack.
Vitality now with another go at it.
Maybe even yesterday, in fact.
Deja vu, yeah. It's hit me too, Tom. But for Vitality,
We got the turret that sees under the one way over towards C, so they get
It's
full
defense
info.
round, though. It is the
Depends
same
on the
as
smoke,
yesterday.
but
they have changed it up a little bit here with the aggression over towards Rubble, the player inside of the connector, so they've got a 2-stack on B.
okay,
Think
does
about their
that change
preference.
anything?
They definitely like to fight for this Rubble late into the round. It makes sense they try to defend
Like the
it
Vitality
that,
fight
and it
over
looks like
towards
GX
B,
will
they
be
had
moving
early
back in this
info,
direction.
and then once you do that, you would imagine that the alarm bot's
Back
over
to the
towards C,
side,
but actually
which
it's
is
over
definitely
over
still
towards B even.
Isolated onto safe.
They tried to go back into...
And I think that's
Ooh,
where
it's
we
a nice
see
shutdown on A
enough
here.
just with the control that's there for the side of GX.
Okay,
like,
force
try
to
and
C
reclaim
happens, and we got
control
Safe
of
on
A.
his own.
You
Double
need that
molly,
to hit
alarm
B
bot though, with
realistically,
Viper
at least
heading
hit it
over,
properly.
who has double
So they're
molly.
going to go back to the C side, put all the pressure on Safe again.
It's also easier. You see Omen A, you know they don't have the paranoia. What are they going to do to slow you down?
Okay.
Oh my god, he did a lot of damage
This
as well
time
though.
not
Look at
used
Purple,
early. This
52
time,
HP.
huge
Look
impact.
at the
And
util
Runner
dump.
able to trade out the player swinging. Some snake bit
Oh my
down
god,
low,
Sender,
vulnerable,
you
but
crazy
still
guy.
win fights. Cloud with the double.
Why is he
keeps it
running
going.
at him?
GX still have some breath left in them. Some fight still to go, and they haven't managed to round the corner. It was Kicks holding for it, but the shot isn't hit. Paranoia used. No follow-up again, but 17 seconds left. At a certain point,
It's
GX
got to
are gonna
wait
have
for
to
the
take
tap
the
of the
risk and
spike
start
and then
this
descend
plant.
it, right?
And that's when Vitality could come swarming back through. No utility to
They're
play
giving
with.
him
And
the
there's the
plant.
plant. It's actually secure.
Dude, look at the HPs though. 70, 50, 80.
And they're coming in as a death ball, but that's the same on both sides. Swing out
My
from
God.
Cloud is good. Here comes the ultimate and the swing on the back. They're low.
Damn, all on his own.
Cloud keeps them
Oh
alive.
man.
GX get one more shot.
Alright, dude, I don't know how he gets his ult off there, but it
That's
really
all we're
saves
getting
him
in OT.
that extra 80 to
4K
both.
from Runner, Cloud goes one better.
Yeah,
I do
dude,
think,
both
though,
the
there were
overtimes
moments
are
in
just
that round again
individual
for
players at the
Vitality where I
moment.
go, you've given that away. Like they started
It
off
was
so
looking
strong,
so good
Safe's
for
utility was
Vitality.
sublime, but it's the kill back here.
Ooh, Sender, man.
just trying to run forward. The rest of his team are holding back. They're playing retake, and Sender decides, I'm the hero. Not this time. And he has had his moments. I understand it. He's had those moments that have done well, but that one just seemed like a little bit of a throw. They gave Cloud the opportunity.
He considered the
next kill gets him
desk
his
smash.
ult, and then he does the rest.
That was
but
sick.
If that kill doesn't go his way,
Self-control.
they don't win that round.
Solid self-control there.
No, that could have spiraled out of control
Alex
pretty
could never.
quickly. The stress in those coach booths must be off the charts. Would have loved to see a replay of Salah as that round just crumbles.
Oh, we did. He didn't look very happy.
Oh, we did? I must have been looking down.
You're too busy looking into my eyes. I know what it is.
Tom.
I know what
That's
it is.
It's my biggest problem. But my goodness. Yeah, and you can imagine. I can imagine. You can
This is a
remember.
giant exporters, by the way, because you can tell, like, they won that round, but Pips is probably going, Cloud. Like, we shouldn't have won that round, but Cloud. So,
Cloud bailed them
and also
out.
just probably needing someone to calm things down a little bit. Although he doesn't look like he's the
In that
calming.
situation, shouldn't Vitality just run at them?
I'm
I'm surprised they didn't do the let's send it once they tap the spike.
In the silence. Fair play.
But the angle towards bottom of water there,
If there was
like
someone I
this
wanted
angle to this is
have a
pretty
word with
strong.
In a moment like this, I probably would pick
But
Pipson, because you
I think
know
this guy
he's
can
gonna
kind of
tell
have
you
it.
everything you did
I don't
wrong.
know, man.
Right off rip. He's not holding
I probably
back.
would have had a plan around that. It's hard. It's hard when Cloud just goes
at the start of most rounds.
hero
It's been a
mode.
much slower play around
They
that part
should
of
have
the
still
map.
won it doing what they did.
They've
That's
heard
the
that. You
issue.
have to think from Vitality's perspective, they know that Fade is clearing aggressively on C. That means there's probably two players there. It's often been the Omen. They think B's going to be that little bit lighter, but it's not.
Oh,
waiting
Dude,
ready.
yeah, they were so ready for this. The insta open of the door. Okay, Giant's first chance.
Here in overtime. This is
Vitality
going
had
to be the
5,
first map point
couldn't
for
do it.
GX on their pick.
Giants have
And
one
what a
chance.
comeback if they close it out here.
They're going on to the attack as well. That's where both of these teams have looked better. That was a defensive round victory, and a lot of it was just such a direct hit. Vitinho does great. Like, just being able to deny enough time, and then the rest of the team is so ready to sort of take that control. That's why they wanted that deep control. Keeps them in position. Oh, there you go.
Damn he.
Okay,
Oh my
Pipson
god,
was
look
ready
at
for
him.
that one.
Bro, I'm so
Hard read
excited.
coming in.
Holy. That's
The
sick,
mind
dude.
games, that's why he took the pause. To be honest, you don't normally.
My god, he was
get
shaking
comms
with
like that.
excitement. That's sick. He
beautiful.
actually
The fact that
called
he
what they were gonna
is
do
so
though.
hyped
That's pretty
that
cool.
he read
That feels
perfectly,
like that's
knew
the
what they
best
were
feeling you
gonna
can get
do.
as a coach, man.
And
Doing
the
a
other side
timeout and
doesn't
literally
look
calling
anywhere near.
exactly what they were gonna do.
This doesn't look like Salah's about to tell them a hard count.
That was sick, man. Bro was so excited. That's so cool. Dude, I'm happy for him. That's cool. Dude, imagine they win off
Their
that.
defensive side is needed, but you have to think they were very close to finding it on their last defensive round as well. It had to be bailed out by Cloud.
What's my biggest moment? I did it against Pipson. I called the exact pistol that they would do.
For them now, for the first time,
Double
they're facing
stack
off
garage. They
against that
four
deficit.
person rushed it.
GX have the lead. The
Exactly-
last
exactly
possible
similar
moment they've
thing.
come ahead. There's only a few more seconds left.
Feels great,
for
man.
those
It feels so
conversations
good
to
when
come
you
to
do
a
that. When
close.
you have like
Last
the
words
exact
from
read
Salah.
of the exact
And
round.
let's
It's
hope
so
they're
cool.
good. Vitality need everything
Was
they
this a
can
plat
get.
chat guarantee?
Coming to the
Yeah,
round
dude, I
number
tried so hard to
28
get Brent to
map
switch
one
on
of the
this one.
series.
It's just first map
This
though,
was-
but
again, this is the second time that GX have chosen Lotus, and it's gone to OT. I wouldn't say it's a comfortable
okay, one
pick.
chance. Again, this is still
Maybe
not
just
over
a
as well.
pick, but we'll see what they've got to offer. Again, early aggression. It seems like Kicks just going to be farming up the orb.
Pipson,
and his
coach which
utility
team?
back.
Giants, but he was coach of
That
G2.
initial throw out. The space this time not claimed. So if Kicks wants to fight this, it would be at utmost risk to himself.
Oh,
That wall
good luck
actually
to
hit
Sender.
the perfect angle for the reveal. It couldn't be broken. Great paranoia. Tracks
Good
will return
omen
in
flash.
kind and
Really, really
bail
good.
on out of there, creating space, slowing them down,
Yeah, he delayed
allowing the
so much,
rotates to
which
come
means that the
through, but
stuns
it's
can
only
come
one
in.
Runner up top, the rest waiting for this pivot to
Damn,
the B side, but it's
Trex.
not coming. They're focused in on A. One kill for Trex, and Runner responds as well.
Not even mad about the extra push, to be honest. He has no idea there's people not here.
Everybody's rotating into position. It will be a 4v3, clean as can be, and the trade out. Burpo runs out of ammo.
Coutinho?
That could be his real problem with Coutinho now left alone. He finds the first, but he's left to 18 HP. He needs the headshot. Will be the one
46 HP, got a couple of bullets there. Wasn't expecting them at this angle.
Done yet on Lotus.
That was close though.
Damn.
It was close,
Gotta feel
though.
bad for Pipson here. He must have been so excited for this one.
He probably takes
Not
that
the
one.
hero yet.
Again though, it was decent early utility from Giantx. They did well to take the site. It was just that the rotations came in fast. And again, I think there may have even been a miss or two of utility. I'm pretty sure I saw a C's land on
yes,
top
it was
of the
this one.
site,
Yeah,
like
that is
right
the
at
one.
top. So
Gave him one.
I don't know if that went to plan, but
That's the
I don't know if
exact
that was
one.
a decisive factor in the round. Either way, 14-14,
Yeah, that stuff's
back
fun,
to
man.
the defense for GX. They need to do it again. Normally when we get into OT, it does seem like the sides no longer matter. It's the heroes of the round that truly are relied on. Cloud in OT has been unstoppable. Runner has been fantastic.
A bit of chip.
Trex, it's a lick of damage.
Yeah, it's not that much actually. I thought there were a few more connections.
Fancy's 15 damage with
Kind of the reload is.
I need to stop it.
Get the camera! Well, if he spams this, right
Okay,
beside
cancel the
trailing
reload,
center,
molly
risky
down.
position. No, and there's an
Ooh.
Odin on the other side. Oh, his hips almost got taken off. But he just about survives that
They
onslaught.
take A
Hoodie
control, they cut
moving
sound,
back into
but it's
position. Now
still
the barrel,
looking
that's gonna
pretty
cause
good for
problems.
Giants. They got a lot of
Center
people
picks up
here.
one stun through. Again, looking like it will be the
Why do I
split
talk,
towards
man?
B from
How's
the
this guy gone
perspective
down?
of GX. With the numbers disadvantages
Coutinho
now,
might have
the
to go
pick
hero
towards
mode
Tree,
here.
Vitality shift gear. The A side is once again the target. Trex will be left behind.
Trex already in the good after
Much
plant
later
pause.
stage
You
to
would
this
think that
play as he tries to
Coutinho
pick
has
up
to
the
kill everyone.
rotations. They only need to deal with one player on the site, but it is Coutinho.
Oh, I don't think that's
Young gun
enough.
From Spain. Moving around the side to catch an angle. The spam is beautiful, but they return it. And now this is where the
Massive
real
Joe.
value can be found by Trex, but he's looking the wrong way.
I didn't expect anybody to be in that late. Cloud again. As said, when it comes to OT, no one's been better. 25 and 19 on the board. He's already
Beast,
pick up
man.
another. That's Nightfall
Such
again.
a beast.
The second time he's going to have it in OT.
Doesn't
this time
hit.
it's missed though. Sender,
Okay.
he's been spotted.
Whoa.
He can see, but it's one bullet. That's all he needed. And now Redgar in the
Oh,
1v1,
man.
and he'll win
Felt like
it
he
home.
deserved it after that
It's
shot.
GX
Nicely
to
done
take
to
the
Redgar.
lead once again.
Damn, that was an
I feel like it's
absolute,
Cloud once more to be
absolute
the
shot.
most
Like, Cloud's
important
util was
player.
so good.
And for Vitality, they're gonna
Early
have to win
fade
another
eye just in case
defensive
they're
round.
trying to reposition.
A lot
Catches
of these
one out,
defensive
good
rounds, though, have
swing.
come so close
Adel
in the
then
end, I'm
goes
not even
in,
sure the
doesn't
side
hit, so he
mattered.
knows that he can just take the swing. It's a good reposition from Sender.
He killed
Insane
two
shot
players
as well.
Technically with one bullet.
That's a little ridiculous. I didn't catch that on live. That shot, though, from Sender. We often have these segments on the show, the quick reflex shots, and that one would definitely be there. What a flick. And GX, 15-14 nonetheless. They come out on
Bebe
top.
gets on the Turkish stream. He's completed the trifecta.
Right,
That's all he
let's
needs
see.
to do.
They get another go at it.
I don't think he predicted BBL the other
And
day, so
Vitality are going aggro over towards
Maybe another
B.
day.
They take the
maybe next week.
turret down.
14. Once again, another chance for GX.
Had a flash on top of this as well.
It would
Just
actually be the
dizzy
same scoreline if
across.
they close it here that they did versus Team Liquid.
This creates a lot of pressure in terms of
Multiplier.
behind, obviously.
Pipson has aged 15 years in the last week.
Find you.
We'll see. If they get it over the line, I don't think he'll mind. Heading into Breeze as well, as said, it will come down to the counters pulled in by Vitality. Purpo looking to lead the charge, but this time it's a ruse. They have forced back Trex almost
And we've got a
entirely.
good C
Look at the
pivot here,
rotation.
B
There are
pivot
two
even,
players
but
waiting
problem
on
is
this
Sender
B side
has double
in case
molly.
they
He
head
uses
that way.
one,
Oh,
and he
now
can
there's
pop a
4.
wall.
Rotations have come in very quickly. Kick still has his flash. He's
4
playing behind
people
the
on
smoke,
site.
but GX seem aware
The
of that
cancel
danger.
on this is
I don't
everything.
know if they read it or if they predict it.
Oh my
Play
God.
towards A is the final destination.
How do they
Trex
lose
doesn't
this? They
catch
got the best
anything
after
on the
plant
cross.
positions as well.
And now that B squad is starting to realize that they stacked up on the wrong site.
Good,
Plant comes
good
through.
plant itself.
Man
We've got a
advantage
molly on here.
stacked for GX. And even delayed on the way back in. Kicks his flash will have to do wonders. There is a player close, Purpo, and
Stun.
you can reveal him. That can help them out a little bit. They already seem aware of it with the spams.
Used to clear him though. He gets 2 with basically 2 bullets. The
He
showstopper
gets a
fired out.
double
He
there
doesn't
as
have
well.
it. It's done. It
Damn,
happens
nicely
again.
done. And
It's an
Vitality
absolutely
could not
applause
close
for
this
them to
one out.
close
They
this
had their
match.
chances.
And for GX and more so for Pipson, he